to my channel. It has been a while since I've posted anything up on here, so I thought it was time I came back with something. I am going to do my handbag collection and clear out today. We are in the midst of Corona lockdown / self-isolation, so I definitely have a lot more time on my hands than I probably would normally, as we're not going out or socialising or doing any of that. So I thought it was high time I went through my entire bag collection and got rid of the ones that I am not really using, that's not getting any love. At the beginning of this year, I'm not sure if you saw it, but on the blog I posted about how I'm doing a big fashion challenge for 2020. I want to be a lot more considerate when it comes to what I have in my wardrobe, and I only kind of want to have the things that I am using and loving. So I have about 60 bags here, and I would like to get it down to 20 because I think that's more than enough handbags for anybody. And then the bags that I have decided I no longer want, I'm going to either sell or donate or give to friends and family. So it's quite a big job. So I think it's high time I got into it, and I'll show you a few of the bags, and so you can kind of give you a little bit more of an oversight of a couple of the more special pieces. You'll also notice that this collection, I have had a lot of these pieces since I was in my teens. So there's quite an interesting array of bags. Let's just say it's very different styles here. So I think there'll be something that everybody will like, and then some people will be like, oh my goodness, that's hideous. But, you know, let's check it out. Very similar to my shoe collection video and clear out, if you watch that, is to put the bags into 3 separate categories. We've got keep, to go and store. And the reason I'm storing a few of my bags is because a lot of them have sentimental value to them, and these tend to be the more throwback bags. And I want to show you a couple. Who remembers this Louis Vuitton beauty, which was the cherry blossom bag? It came in the pink, and then it came in the classic brown monogram print, and it had these little really sweet flowers with smiley faces, and I loved this bag, and I still love this bag. And in fact, a lot of this is all coming back again, especially the white Louis Vuitton with the multicolour print. That's coming back hugely. I've noticed on Vestiaire the prices are creeping up and up and up at that, and I think this will also have a bit of a renaissance, so I hope I get to pull it out again. But this is definitely a to store bag. I will not be throwing or giving this away. The other one, which is special, it's another Louis bag. I think this came out before the cherry blossom, and this is in the patent leather called Vernise. And one word of warning, because I've noticed they've started bringing this type of leather back out. If you look at the Bleecker box bag, which is actually a throwback bag that they've redone, they've done it in the same Vernise leather. This leather is so delicate, it always discolours. It doesn't matter how well you store it. This has been stored in a dark room, no natural sunlight, and this is not the colour it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a much more sort of candy baby pink, and it's kind of been, you can just see the sun's bleached it, it's kind of got a more yellowy orange colour. But still, I love it, and I definitely won't be getting rid of that anytime soon. This is another special Louis piece. Who remembers the mirrored stuff? This is super cool, I think, and I like it. And I think I can't get rid of this one. I'm a little bit on the fence. Maybe I'll get rid of it, but it goes in the maybe pile for now. Things that I will probably get rid of that are a throwback. This little Fendi croissant bag, little black sequin thing. Super cute. Doesn't really fit anything in it, but a very sweet little bag for the evening. And you can get your cards, a lipstick, and your keys in there, and some cash. Just, you might have to put your phone in your pocket. But yeah, a real sweet one. And anyone that remember sort of Sex and the City and the kind of 2000 era, this and the Fendi baguette were all the rage. So that will be in my to-go pile. What else will be to go? I will probably get rid of this. This is another one that was popular back in the day, which is the Miu Miu with the bows on the side. And actually I got quite a lot of wear out of this. I have to say, the leather of this is beautiful. It's a grained leather, and it's one of those leathers, the more you use it, the better it gets. So quality gets a thumbs up, just too bad it's just not a style I'd probably reach for anymore. Oh, talking of bags where the leather gets better and better over age, this Fendi Spy, which I think came out in the late 2000s, was a real winner. I used it so much, and the leather on it is beautiful. I remember I had to take it in to be restored once, because on the handle there was a little bit broken, and they said to me, do you want us to restore the leather? And I was like, do not touch the leather, because it's aged so beautifully. And that's the thing about great quality items, is they should get better with time rather than get worse with time. And the Fendi Spy is a classic example of this. I will not be keeping this bag, but it definitely served me well in the time that I had it and used it. What else? I tell you what I'm on the fence about keeping, and you can tell me if it's worth it or not, but I'm thinking of selling my vintage Chanel backpack, purely because I feel like I've kind of done it and I've enjoyed it and loved it, and I'd like to pass it on to somebody else. Also, the value of these has gone through the roof, and I kind of think, while they're popular, maybe I should try and get like top dollar for it, especially as I'm not really wearing it anymore. But it is very cute, and it's actually in very, very good condition. It could probably do with a polish, but other than that, for the age, this vintage backpack is unbelievably good condition, and it still has its authenticity card, which is great. So I might try and pop that on Vestiaire or something and see if we get any interest. If not, it's one of those ones that I'm happy to keep. What else can I... Oh, who remembers this? This is a throwback. The Fendi belt bag. This was around the bags I'm kind of showing you, the Spy, the Louis Vuittons, the Fendis, this, which is also Fendi. It was really that era of it bags, and it just goes to show that you buy into a fad, it's great for maybe a year, and then you end up storing the bags for years and years and years to come, and they just fall off a cliff. Like, nobody wants them, which I think is partly why I've got so many of these throwback bags, because you can't get much money for them, so you may as well hold on to them. But on the flip side, it takes up a lot of storage, so I kind of want to make the space. So even though if I sell it I won't get very much money for it, it's got to go. I've got to be ruthless. What else can I show you? A lot of these bags you will have seen in some of my designer collection, designer review videos. I'm trying not to repeat on what you've already seen. This is a great bag. This is, I'm not, a whole load of bags just fell on the floor. This is a Versace backpack. I absolutely adore this. I bought this at the Versace sample sale, and unfortunately it is faulty, which makes it a little bit hard to wear, but basically it's slightly broken on one of the buckles, so I tend to just wear it flung over one shoulder, and I only kind of use it for travel now. I'm not really a backpack kind of person. This and my vintage Chanel, the only backpacks I have, but this particular backpack I feel like is me personified. It's my favourite colour, which is lilac. I love the whole Medusa head when they match it to the colour of the leather. I've got a pair of shoes like that as well, which I've worn to absolute death and I adore. So this will not be going. It probably should be worn more, but oh, it's dusty. Ooh. But it's a keeper. It's definitely a keeper. I'm just going to whiz you around to the other side and show you a few of the other bags, and then I'm going to stop getting distracted and actually do a proper clear out. When I was lining all the bags up so that I could go through them, I tried to put them vaguely in category. So this is all my kind of bigger bags, sort of work bags, travel bags, gym bags, all those kind of things that work with that sort of category. And then on the other side were mostly my shoulder bags, clutch bags, and then on the floor I was putting like my top handle bags. So I did try to have some kind of system. My newest bag actually is this, which is my current use for everything bag. I wanted this for so long. This is the Dior book tote in the small size, and they finally, after not having stock of them for ages and ages, they're finally back in stock, and I was able to grab one in Harrods. A lot of people have said, oh, they've been done to death. you probably should have got something that hasn't been overdone. But I love it. I actually love it, and I think it's going to be really useful, and I have used it every single day since I bought it. So yeah, really, really happy, and that's the newest one in my family, and that is of course a keep. And I feel like now that I've got this, I can get rid of a lot of my other bigger, roomier bags, because this is the one that I'm going to be reaching for every single day. So for example, my Vivienne Westwood here is to go, and that would have been a great gym bag, great everyday bag. And can you get it over your shoulder? I've got quite a thick sweater on. I think you probably could. So stuff like that, because I've kind of got a newer version, I can now be ruthless in this section. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm actually going to start clearing out. So I'll probably speed this bit up so you don't have to watch me do it. But if there's anything that I see that I want to tell you about, I will stop the video and kind of give you a bit of a synopsis on it. This bag, which isn't a bag that I see anybody talk about, it's the St. Laurent bucket bag. I think they call it the teddy bag. It has been so useful. I love it. I mean, I'm partial to a bucket bag. I like the room, and I love that kind of casual, sort of soft, squidgy kind of feel to them. So I've been a real fan of bucket bags over the years. But this is such a good bag, and these do go on sale. They do different colours every season. Maybe sometimes I do a print on them. They do go on sale, and I definitely recommend. If you want a spacious bag that's easy to wear, that's effortless, a bit more subtle, it's not like super in your face, I highly recommend this bag. The leather on it is so beautiful and soft, and again, like the bags I was talking about earlier, looks better with wear, and I don't feel bad throwing this around because I know that it would just make the leather softer and more lovely. So this is definitely a keep. Can't get enough of this bag right now. I wanted to get down to 20 bags, and I've managed to get down to 23, and that's in the keep and store category. So I'm pretty chuffed with how well I've done. I have a huge pile, you probably can't see it, but there is a big pile on the floor of bags to go, and there are some real good pieces in there that I will be sad to see go, but they need to go to somebody that will love them. And also, any money that I make, I can reinvest in other handbags, so that, you know, I think it's good to kind of just have a real proper clear out. And I thought I would show you a few of the highlights in the to-go pile, just in case there's anybody out there looking for bags and is like me, prefers to buy pre-loved rather than go in the store and buy new. And there are a couple of Chanel's, so Chanel's always worth showing. I have also put the backpack in the to-go pile, so the Chanel backpack's going, and then also this beautiful pink Chanel with the double flap, absolutely gorgeous. This is a fabric bag, it is not leather, so it is susceptible to marks, and there are a few pulls in the fabric. It's not in perfect condition, but I think a pink Chanel for any girl is the dream, and it's just so cute. So that's gonna go, and then this is also going to go. This is the Chanel medallion tote, which was also the first Chanel bag I ever bought myself. And this again has signs of wear. I'm going to be perfectly honest. It's served me well. Let's just put it that way. It's served me well. And then another bag which I can't quite believe I'm going to get rid of, but it doesn't suit my lifestyle, unfortunately. It's just too big for me. I don't kind of commute, I don't work in an office, I work from home, so this is kind of more of a, I think for somebody that goes into an office, the Givenchy Antigona medium size is the perfect bag for them. And I'm sad to see this go, because this is my only Antigona that I have, and I love this shape. I think the Antigona is probably one of the best styles of bags to come out of any luxury fashion house in the last 10 years. I adore this style, and actually when I sell this I will probably use the money to buy a smaller size, because it will just suit my day-to-day needs better. And this is such a special piece. This is an exotic leather, and I just think for somebody that goes into an office every day or needs to carry a lot of stuff, this is such a great option. And it's got the strap as well, so you can put it over the shoulder or you can just carry it with the top handles. It breaks my heart thinking that I'm going to get rid of it, but it needs to go to someone that will use it. I've also got in my to-go pile my vintage saddle, which is another great bag, and I have actually been using it recently with the renaissance of the saddle bag and the fact that it has been brought back. I have been using this one more, but I feel like I would rather sell this and then use the money to buy something else, so I think I'm going to let that one go. And then there probably isn't a girl that doesn't remember the Mulberry Bayswater. This is an ostrich leather, so it's an exotic, and it was I remember when I got it, I bought it actually with my first ever paycheck from working when I came out of university, and such a special piece, and like so many of the luxury bags I've mentioned today, the leather's got better with wear, but it just doesn't get used. But I love this kind of gunmetal silver colour, such a great colour, goes with everything. And then what else have we got? We've got my Loewe Barcelona bag. This is one of those bags, if you know, you know. If you like those kind of more understated, classic bags, this is such a good option. I just never reach for it, unfortunately, so I think it has to go. It has to go. And actually there's one more in the pile that I just saw at the corner of my eye that I also wanted to show you, because I know that I have a lot of fellow Dior fans, and so anybody that's after a little Dior piece, I think this is such a gorgeous piece. I've got quite a bit of wear out of this, but the condition of it is still pretty damn good. And these bags are amazing. The Dior Woks, I've got two Dior Woks. I've got this one and I've got another one, which I can show you if I can find it. This one, which I am keeping. I'm going to keep this one, but I'm going to sell this one. And I don't need two, so I think this one is the one that's going to go, just because I've had it longer and I've kind of got my wear out of it. But these bags are so useful. They fit everything you could need on a day-to-day basis. You can wear them throughout the day, you can wear them in the evening, they can put your cards, your phone, they fit cash, they can fit a lipstick, like everything you need to do all snugly into one little bag that you can put crossbody, and you don't have to worry about it. If you're in London, you're worried about security and safety, these are such good bags, so I highly recommend that. I would keep it if I hadn't bought another one recently. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed kind of getting a sort of sweeping view of my handbag collection, and hopefully it will inspire you maybe to have a bit of a clear out. This year I'm all about getting rid of stuff you don't need and want, and having a clear house and a clear mind, so that's something will probably be doing a lot more of. You might see more versions of this kind of video. Maybe I would start doing my wardrobe or my accessories drawer. I have done my shoes already, but I think I am due another shoe clear out. So if you'd like to see a shoe video, I'm more than happy to film that again. So just let me know, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I do get back to people. And I'd love to have you around for some more videos, so do hit that subscribe button if you're into kind of luxury fashion. And I'll see you next time. Bye!